Supporting 2 drink minimum through the Amazon link is the next step in the evolution.
Celebrity voice impersonator.
Okay, party people, okay. We're in the place to be. What's going on? It's me. And guess what time it is? It's a different world time. Yeah, it is. It's a different world time. Yeah, it is. It's a different world time. Yeah, it is. Are you ready? I'm ready. This one is episode 9 of season 2, All's Fair. I'm not exactly sure what this episode is. We'll probably determine when we actually turn the thing on. Hey, let's do a little housekeeping here. If you're watching on Riff.tv, you know the deal. Just go ahead and skip ahead. If you're not watching on Riff.tv and you wonder, clickety clack, why do anybody want to watch you watching something? Well, because if you watch over on Riff.tv, you can watch alongside with me, and it's like I'm there with you, and we're having a drinking game, and we're having a discussion about a different world. I'm giving my observations, you're having your own. It's a thing. Riff.tv right now is only on Chrome. It's a Chrome extension. However, they're working on Firefox as I'm taping this, and guess what? If you're afraid of extensions, if you're afraid of Chrome, if you're an old man shaking your fist at the cloud, that's fun. You can do that. I'm not going to stop you. But what I am going to tell you is that if you're watching on vidme.com, dailymotion.com, or youtube.com, then what you can do is, whatever other device you're watching your Netflix on, and you want to watch this alongside with me, go to the 0 position, press play on it when I say starting right now, and guess what? You'll be watching in real time with me, hence why it's called a real-time review. Yes! Alright, we have a drinking game done, you know. I'm going to go over the rules of the drinking game before we go through the theme song. Why? Because I want to take a break and just have us enjoy the theme song this time. We did that at the beginning of the season, and we're just gonna do that again this time. The rules consist of, if we get an impression of Whitley Gilbert, you finish half your drink. If we get Dawnn Lewis breaking and laughing, which he usually does around Sinbad, then you take a sip. If Dwayne flips his shades up or down, you finish your drink. If Ron gets shot down for love, you take a sip. If Walter does a funny voice, then that's a sip. If Mr. Gaines, first off, he needs to show up in the episode. Secondly, he needs to say Kimberly Reese's full name. Kimberly Reese, that's 2 sips. 1 sip for Kimberly, 1 sip for Reese. And if Freddie freaks out, you either sip through her freak out or you finish your drink, whichever comes first. Now, if Colonel Taylor is called Brad, you take a sip. If Mr. Gaines says, you take a sip. And if anyone says the word Konnichiwa, which is a brand of Japanese electronic in the Different World universe, you finish yo drink. This episode's called All's Fair, and All's Fair starts right now. Aretha motherfucking Franklin. Goddamn. Tell me. Aretha Franklin, damn it. This is a Robert and Kimberly episode. I remember this one. What? You'll be on her bed soon enough, Dwayne. Easy, tiger. I don't think this is the Kimberly and Robert episode, but it might be. I think there was one episode before, I think. I might be wrong, though. Kimberly Reese, though. Kimberly Reese, though. How about a 19, 20-year-old Charlene Brown? Charlene Brown was Charlene? I think Charlene Brown. How about that? How about that? How about that? Charnel. My bad. Charnel. Let's see. She is in love. Whitley is such a dork. Whitley is such a dork. I'd love to see Cree Summer do some slam poetry, though. Big man. Love Big Man. Big Man was so dope. You heard an audible ew from the audience. You heard an audible ew from the studio audience. Oh, I love Jaleesa and Whitley's interactions. Yeah. That joke fell flat, unfortunately. Ha! Here we go. All right, Sam Cooke. Not a whole lot of drinking in this episode so far. I mean, it had to happen. It was By the way, the reaction of homeboy in the back row. Him! He's only got 4 cards in his hand. Oh, there's the 5th card. By the way, can we talk about this little meta moment? Bill Cosby exists in this world. So does Cliff Huxtable, as we've seen last season. What the fuck is happening right now? How does Bill Cosby and Cliff Huxtable exist in the same world? And they're the same person. They exist in the same world. Is your mind not blown yet? Fuck what Whitley's doing right now. Bill Cosby and Cliff Huxtable exist in the same fucking world. And I drop more of life. Fucking explain this shit. Whitney Houston, who, by the way, was almost Sandra on The Cosby Show. The meta-ness in this episode is off the fucking charts. By the way, that was an impression of Whitley. Finish half your drink. This is why I like Kimberly Reese. This is why I like Kim Reese. Like, she's so centered. She's able to admit her own faults. I like Kimberly Reese, man. This was a good episode in so much as we got to see more of the of the Whitley Kimberly Reese friendship. And I told you before, I really dig these episodes where we get to see the friendships develop between the characters. And the Kim Whitley friendship lasts through the entire series, even till the series finale, the proper series finale, where it comes into play pretty significantly. I dig that. Their relationship is really good because, again, Kimberly Reese is so grounded and so real. Like, she's a real person. Like, she's not a caricature. Most of the people on campus of Hillman during the second season, during the Debbie Allen era, are real people. It's really just Whitley who's kind of a caricature, and that's fine. It works, though. That dynamic works because everybody else is a real character, and so is Whitley, but she plays a caricature. And it's interesting to see their interaction with her and to bring her into being a normal person as much as she can. She oftentimes reverts back to being a caricature, but everybody else is so real and so grounded, it makes the show work so well. Does the Allen era of A Different World, party people. Like I said before, this episode is great. The friendship between Charnel, I thought it was Charlene for the longest. I'm not dyslexic. I just never really. Charnel Brown. Goddamn, 19-year-old Charnel Brown. Like I said, I told you there was another Kimberly Robert episode before the Kimberly Robert episode. We'll get to that coming up shortly. But this episode works very well. The friendship between Whitley and Kim is just on full display here, as well as the relationship. And it's a good establishing ground for Robert and Kimberly. Now, I have a feeling that the Robert and Kimberly episode was a decision of the network, if not the network and Bill Cosby, to punish Kimberly for being so sexually woke. Because let's face it, late 80s, that shit still happened. That shit still happened in the 90s. You know, the 90210 episode with Brenda, yeah, that whole thing, yes. But we'll get to that when we get to that. This episode in particular was a good episode. I dug it. I liked it. You had a good section of the rest of the cast being prevalent and being important to the story. They moved it along. They all had their moments. It was a great episode. Not so great for drinking. We didn't do a whole lot of drinking, but we'll probably remedy that in the next episode. Part of people, I need you to tell me what you think about this episode. Down there in the comment section, I need you to like it, I need you to share it, I need you to subscribe. I need you to go to the links in the description to drinkminimum.org. Has some other links you can go to. That's great. You can get yourself some Drink Minimum swag on the way out. Help keep the lights on at the party. You can go to Amazon, eBay, or Groupon on your way out. And you can help keep the lights on at the party. All that stuff help keep the lights on at the party. And that, party people, much like this episode, ain't bad. Boom. Boom.
Suplex City, Suplex City, bitch. Suplex City, Suplex City, bitch. Suplex City, Suplex City, bitch. Suplex City, Suplex City, bitch.